Acts 2:42 says, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Who are you?
Who am I? I am tall. And
Swaggy.
sure, let's go with that. let the record reflect that I have swag potential. Big sneaker collector, but had to dial myself back because we're trying to be financially responsible here in 2025.
Us, both of us.
Though I did just win another sneaker raffle.
What you doing on the sneaker raffle?
Because
I hate that.
New Balance with Joe Fresh Goods, I entered and I won again. That's literally my fourth win
for this year.
For Joe Fresh Goods. No, my first one for the year. But sneakers app, Nike, you are horrible. You need to do something with your bot situation because I can't get any shoes for any reason. But New Balance Joe Fresh Goods, I'm going to ride with you forever. Is that...
That's good
all of that information.
For the record.
Yeah, for the record.
Okay. This is Just Call Me Danielle podcast.
Nice.
And all of that, we keep it.
Okay.
We keep it. This is Fallon. This is my friend. Fallon, you're my friend. I can't believe I have a friend.
We met, last year?
Last year. How did we become friends?
I think I was minding my business.
Right.
And you were like, I want to talk to you. And we just started talking.
I talked to you first?
Pretty sure because I'm a quiet person. So I remember sitting at where I do the stream at church. And I'm just quietly doing my work. And you would peep over, Fallon, why aren't you talking? Fallon, why aren't you speaking? There's nothing to say. I'm just doing my work. Yeah.
And that's what I did.
I think it just went from there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The engagement. You know what? A lot of people think, but I don't have that much friends. I don't make new friends. And when I make new friends, I be so excited because who's be there to do making friends, right? That's crazy.
All the time.
You make a lot of friends?
I'm not.
At this big age?
Who's a very friend person? I'm not like a cartoon character. But I pick up friends along the way.
Yeah.
Sorry, take that out. But there's but I'm open to it. Because seasons change.
Yeah.
You never know. People die, not to be morbid, but things happen. You have no control, so you have to be open.
So one of the things when we first hooked up, we met at church. We work in the same department at church, and we serve alongside each other. But I loved your energy. Like, even though you was quiet, I was like, you always used to sneak them jokes in. Oh. Like you always would be like, when you say something, it would be like funny as ever. So I'm trying to find out, like, okay, hold on, wait, but you would speak. But prior to me coming, people didn't know that you used to talk that much.
No one ever knows that I talk because I don't.
Yes, you do. You throw stuff out there.
I guess because it's... I guess I have a sarcasm problem.
Yes, yes, that's what it is. But it was nice to meet you. And even during the time, like, I even open up to you and tell you, like, I really trust people. Like, I know people. Like, I just come around here. I ain't really into nobody. Like, you know, like, that was my biggest thing. Although I am a friendly person, although I'm outspoken, although I'll be like, hi, whatever, da-da-da-da. I don't have friends. Like, I'm the touch and go person. Like, I am friends with everybody, so I'm friends with nobody. You know the type of way?
Yeah.
And that's what I have. But when I met you, you and I connected, and it was like, I feel comfortable telling Fallon today sucks.
You were very comfortable.
Yes.
'Cause I was like, okay, she says she doesn't open up, but she's opening up.
I don't. I don't. It's like, so when I knew it was like a God connection because listen, when I open up to people, and trust me, I after you, I tried doing it like more with people, and I get hurt right away. Like it was like a hurtful situation because I was like, Fallon opened me up. So perhaps this next person we find, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. So I like, okay, Fallon 50 out of 100 right now. But I can't gauge it. Everybody ain't Fallon. Everybody ain't you. But definitely my friend, and I love that. And I love that we could come in and talk about community and our experience at Acts 242. Literally, you invited me on a trip, and I was like, bet. Who does that?
Yeah. Sorry.
I was like, I'm going to purchase that ticket right now.
Yeah, you were calling around. You were, you were like, you purchased that faster than I did, but I booked it like as soon as I saw it on Instagram. I just purchased the tickets.
And
I wasn't wasting time because I knew it looked like something that would sell right away. And then if you can't make it, you just sell the ticket. But some stuff you just gotta be right on it.
And the experience was nice because I even like when I travel with my friends, like when I told like my actual friends who I travel with, like we stayed in the same room, they was like, you never stayed in the same room with me. You never did this with me. And I'm like, I don't even like, sometimes I don't even catch the same plane as people because I'm like, I don't trust them. Like, I don't know what you can put in my bag.
Fun fact. I was like, so separate rooms? And you were like, no, we can stay in the same room.
But you said, at first we had plans to stay at an Airbnb, and then it changed. So I was like, we can stay in the same room.
I was like, okay, she wants to stay in the same room. Okay, I was hoping for separate rooms. I didn't trust those Airbnbs. It wasn't up to my standard, yeah.
Well, you know, the whole time I was like, Fallon, this hotel looks weird. Can we?
We'll work on that later.
Yeah. But it was a great time. We flew out. We went 2 planes, and we went to the conference.
Yeah.
I went a couple days earlier than you did, but we ended up when you got there.
Surprise.
Yeah, because you know me. When I come up with something, it's like one thing, but I just push it to the limit. I'm like, let's just make a vacation out of this.
Because I texted you and I was like, oh, for X, Y, Z, and you were like,
oh, I already
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. What? I was like, okay.
That's me, because if I go and I myself go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time I had to go away because my auntie was in the hospital, so I wanted to see her, and I did that. And then you came, and I was like, you have to come a day. I convinced you to go in a day early so we could do stuff that day before. And we, remember?
No.
You don't remember?
I don't remember
Oh my gosh. And I was like, we got to hang out. And I was so excited when you reach. As soon as you reach, I was like, you drive. And you were so good at driving.
Thank you so much. I pride myself on driving in the States.
What?
Yeah. And which was also cute, like I never let anyone drive.
I don't let nobody drive.
So.
I always drive. I like with you, I let my hair down. I let my guard down. And it was safe. It was safe. I don't let people drive. I drive everywhere. I can pick you up.
Yes, you did. But I was there for like 20 minutes because she got lost.
Yeah. And then I had to pay for a toll.
You did?
I think I got a ticket because I went on a turnpike and I didn't pay for it. I got a ticket. So and I was lost. Which
it was, yeah. Well,
but that's just like.
We had a good time.
Yeah, we did. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about is about kingdom connections and how it is to have a good community when you at church. We met at church, of course. But of course, outside of church, like when you first come, well, for me, I'm just newly back to God, and so having those kingdom connections gives you the opportunity to say, okay, I having a rough day, so let me talk to somebody who actually saved instead of talking to somebody who'd be like, child, let's go get a drink, you know? So that was a beautiful step in our relationship. What does community mean to you?
What does community mean to me? It means just people, like-minded people you do something with. Yeah, in its simplest form. Yeah, you can have community in different ways through a shared interest in sports, in following God, in art, in theater. And Freeport has all those communities. So, yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. I have my high school friends. Some of them, I think I have one one or two from high school. I have my best friend who's journeyed with me from like when I was coming out of high school. She's cool with me still. I have my some people that I met through a tough job, and we're just connected because we all cried together, and we're still like trauma bond to connect to each other. We're still friends up to this day. But then I have you. We met in a happy place, and I'm like, yeah. So those different type of stuff, ministry and meeting in small group. How is it being a part of a small group at church? Why is that important? As you know, going through your journey in spirituality and as a person.
I love our small group. Great people to learn from. Very funny, very relatable, down to earth. Yeah, help me out more with that because I forgot the question.
So here's something. Our small group is the best small group at Freeport Bible Church.
Oh.
I hands down, I could just say that best small group. And I have a funny story. Do you remember that time when we was getting?
I just want to say I'm not getting into small group politics about who's the best. Because I feel like the Golden Girls would
really
come for us.
You've been to the Golden Girls before?
No, I'm going to crash them one day.
I think we should. Let's go find out when they meet next and pull up. But I think one of the times like I think one of the times when you and I connected was the time when some of our members of our small group was coming in and we did the horns at church. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
And there was like
where I went looking for them multiple places.
Yes, and we was like, we doing this, and that was like one of the fun times that we had, and not knowing that we was wrong in a way. We asked though, and it was like they announced at church like that was against church rules, and I was like, and everybody was like, Danielle, nobody said Fallon,
Because I'm innocent. I don't do things like that. I'm not a criminal.
But you just said that you purchased the items, and you went to several stores.
Why put my business in the street?
But you just whatever.
I don't recall.
But I have another personal story that you probably don't even know how much it helped me. One time I felt like I was going through something really tough, and I came to you and I said, Fallon, my mind out of whack. I don't feel good. I don't feel connected to God. I told you, I came to you and said, Fallon, it's rough right now. And you said, man, I having some difficulties too, you said, but you didn't like lead on to anything. But you said, you know what we could do? We could do the devotionals. And he was like, I could send you. You don't know how much that helped because just all of the devotionals that you sent was something that was attached to what I was going through.
Well, to be fair, I listened to what you said.
Right.
So I intentionally chose
those.
Yeah, those ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what friendship all about though. Yeah. And you was like, we just checked in and we commented and stuff like that. And I thought it was so beautiful. Why you stopped? Because I straight now way. I got you crying.
You gave off a vibe that you were good.
Yeah. I was back.
You gave off a vibe that you were good.
Yeah, I was good. But that right there, being able to come to somebody and say, hey, I'm struggling, and somebody to be there and say, hey, okay, I got you. I'll support you in this, and we'll do this together.
Yeah.
And just holding each other's hand is like one of the best things about community. But go ahead.
I was gonna say the best thing about church, like we literally run this race separately, but we run it together.
Right.
Still.
Right.
They're like the eye can't say to the air, I don't need you. Like we need each other to function in the way that we were created to function as believers in Christ.
Right. Yeah. So all of that right there, that was really a time where you was there for me, and I hope whenever something comes up, I'll be there for you as well. I'll probably be there for you in the non-purchasing of tennis because we all know Fallon can buy some tennis, right?
Yeah, I slow down, but yeah, I'm doing my best.
All right.
Which is a community itself, you know.
That tennis community.
Yeah,
look at you putting that plug in now.
Yeah.
Funny. So let's talk about Acts 2:42, the event itself. What led us to go? What led you to go?
It had all the people that I look up to spiritually from a distance.
Okay.
I don't know them, but their words have encouraged me, helped me to grow in my walk with the Lord. Had deep respect for Dr. Saria Lyons, Jackie Hill Perry, all of those women, and Dr. Eric Mason. I listened to a lot of his messages during the COVID.
Pandemic.
So the pandemic,
Yeah.
yeah. So I go way back with Dr. Eric Mason. He doesn't know that, but I do. So I just really appreciated those voices, and they were all together.
Yeah.
At one moment, I was like, I am
missing
not
it.
missing this for nothing.
For nothing.
Nothing.
It was a great experience. Same thing for me. I do look up to most people, and even Megan, Ashley, because I'm a podcaster. At the time, I was just looking up to see like what would be the next step for me, even with that. So it was nice to just go there and be like, okay, this is a dream realized. What was your first impression of the event?
Well, I knew it was going to be done well because even based on something just as small as the font that they chose, the photos were in black and white.
Yeah.
It had a nice theme. They had everything. I pay attention to that stuff. I like creative stuff like that. So overall, I just knew it was going to be good. And it was 7,000 of us in that one room.
Yeah.
And mostly filled with people that look like us, which
Right.
is not something I've ever experienced before. So I knew it was going to be good. And it
awesome
was.
experience.
There's no way.
Yeah. My first impression, I don't know if you remember when we came, and we were all standing on long lines and stuff. And then on the first night, I think people just burst out in worship.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was historic. It was like all of these people are like me, and they like to worship just as much as me. And that set the mood. Even though we was waiting, I would say for an extended period of time. Extended.
It's not that bad. It was like maybe an hour and a half.
But when you was already out there from prior to time,
Yeah.
that seems long. But anyway, I digress. It was nice to see people just worshiping before we get in. So we set, that atmosphere was set. By the time we got in, we was ready.
Yeah.
And then when we got in and we saw things, like you said, the graphics, like the church was beautiful. Everything was so nicely thought of. Yeah. And I'm like, wow. So even from like the praise and worship, the speakers, everything was so nice. Like it was a nice place to be in. What was some of the main themes that resonated with you from the conference?
Main themes?
Like preaching or anything like.
Okay, Megan actually spoke, and she quoted a scripture from Romans 12:1, and I was just like, oh, this is how we're starting this in a good way. And I felt convicted by that question. I'm going to read it.
Okay.
And she said, not I beseech you, but it's like, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And then she asked, have you done your reasonable service? And I was like, child.
Bro, drop mic.
Drop
mic.
Okay.
Drop mic.
And that's something that has sat with me since then. Like, am I doing my service?
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're called to be and called to do. So that set the tone and the pace for me of, okay, this is what I can expect this weekend.
Yeah.
I ain't playing.
But they did not play with us. They did not play with us. It was a lot of food. And they prepared us because it was like, listen, this is going to be a lot of food, but just hang tight. Get what you... Even at a point, Fallon, after...
You were done.
Yes, I was done. I was like, enough, church.
You were done. I remember you were like...
I was recording it, and I was just sitting there like...
You were done.
I was like...
I'm done. This is too much.
I'm like, I love Jesus. You even at a point you asked me like, are we gonna go to church tomorrow? Fallon.
I wanted to go visit 2819.
Yeah, you did.
And
Anyway,
It's okay.
It's
A
okay.
lot of
It's
people
okay.
didn't get to go in
It's
because
okay.
of traffic lane.
But one thing that stood out about the speakers, I think it was one portion that they talked about Isaiah's experience. I think that was Philip Anthony that he did that, and he was like he explained to how God was high and lifted up. That I think that's one of the things that convicted me, and that's knowing how the story ended as well. Another thing that stood out to me is guy that wrote the Awe of God.
John Rivera.
Yes, he had a moment where the whole conference was slayed in the spirit. I've never experienced everybody like the spirit was on us. Like it felt like
that's a moment you can't even really explain to its fullest.
You can't. Even if you go on YouTube and you go back to the video, you still feel it. I still feel it because sometimes I go back to it.
Oh, okay.
I go back to it because sometimes you be in the slum and you be like God, and you just need to get back to that moment where God like was there with you. You could feel it in that moment, and that was so wonderful to be there to do that. It's like it was 7,000 us.
It was a lot of people saying that same thing after that.
Yes.
I've never had that experience before. I never, what was that? Like.
And it was heavy. It was like, I felt, I have my own expression of when things like that happen. And you could hear, like, it was like a calm for me. When that actually happened, it was like so calming. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. I just felt the wave of God. And by the time as we opened up our eyes, this man was gone.
Yeah,
I was like, did he disappear?
Yeah, he said that. He said, when God is done with him, he leaves the stage.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't stand there and like try to prolong it. He booms.
Yeah, he did say that for true.
Yeah, he did.
So that right there was experience. What type of spiritual takeaways that you had from that weekend?
I would say the main one for me, I'm not gonna go into a bunch, but this level of seriousness when it comes to us walking with God and understanding the time that we're in now, and we are literally living in the last days.
Right.
There's just no doubt about it. So it's time to, the remnant, get your act together, walk in holiness, walk worthy of the calling to which you've been called in Christ Jesus. It's just that, I don't want to call it a pressure, but this responsibility that we have work to do as believers.
And we had to, I feel too, as believers, we have to work on ourselves personally as well. I came back with a sense of, I was hyped when I came back. Like, no matter what, like, I knew that I had something to do. Like, it was like, listen, anything that you said that you were going to do, you're doing it now. And I think I still, up to this time, I still feel that way. And I was happy that you invited me, and blessings, invite me again. And I know after we came back, plenty of people was like, bro, why you won't tell me? And I think I encourage you not to tell people.
That would be you. I just want to set the record straight.
Yes.
I wanted to invite so much people.
Yeah, you did.
But sis said no.
Because I don't trust people like that. I don't know them. So I'm like,
There's an opportunity to get to know them.
You're right. And even at the conference, that was my biggest thing too. They told us like to go around and meet people and stuff like that. I sat right in my chair. I still was dealing with that. I have trust issues.
That's fine.
I sat there.
I don't remember that segment, but
yeah, they told us to go around and introduce ourselves to people. You remember that, and you don't remember that. And you know why you don't remember that? Because you didn't do it either, right?
No, I was probably outside trying to buy merch.
Oh yeah. And the merch was hype. It was nice merch. Yeah. But they literally asked us to go around the room. Don't just try to speak to people that you came with, but they asked us to try to connect with other people. And I did not take that opportunity. All them Christian people over there, and I did not do that. But people sat next to us and we conversated with them. Yeah. I was most taken aback by I would think Preston's exhortation. I think for me, I've never seen Preston preach before. So, and I was most excited because when I was like, I waiting on Preston to preach. I waiting on Preston to preach. I was so excited about that, and he did not disappoint. And that was amazing. But like, I still feel it. I still feel it right now. One thing I like to do on here is reflect on scripture. We could go off and talk about community all day and how we feel and what we doing this and that and the third.
Yeah.
But we need to get back to the Word of God. And some of the scriptures I came up with, the first one is Acts 2:42. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and prayer. And that right there is community right there. You go there and you get teaching, you break your fellowship, and you break bread. We can always try to eat something.
Well, we do that with small groups. I
Yeah.
think small groups is a good way an entry into our church to get to know people closer and have that time to pray for each other. We've done that. Hanging out. We
Yeah.
went to the pool hall last week. That was
Yes.
fun. Nobody can play pool, by the way.
Nobody.
Everyone is horrible, except Marv. Marv, you're great.
Marv won.
Marv was good.
Thank God for Marv. He probably could teach us a thing or two.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say we practice that.
Yeah, we
That
do.
currently in our life.
Yeah, we do. I try to even reach out through the week and send a message. I don't know if you'd be disturbed by my messages sometimes, but if I see Wednesday come, I don't hear from you. Hey, Fallon.
Yeah, I know I could do better in that department.
Hi, Fallon.
I hate texting.
You are right, darling.
Yeah.
What color shirt you have on? Don't let you message you in the morning. It's you like, I can message you when I feel better.
I'm not a morning person. It just, if you send me a text in the morning, good luck to you.
You never get. I don't think you even. One time you didn't respond to me for days because I
That ain't
text you in the
true.
morning.
That ain't true.
Fallon, I have it right in my phone.
That's not true.
The good phone, the friend phone. I have you in the friend phone. And the next one is Hebrews 10:24-25. And let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together as some are in the habit of doing, but encourage one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. And you did say that we are in the last days, so we need to encourage each other, like keep it up, keep what you're doing.
And to that, like church isn't a suggestion. And the body of the Christ community is not a suggestion. We are
Right.
supposed to meet with each other.
Right.
Like you're not going to grow in isolation. You're not going to. When I went to a conference last week, even one of the speakers was saying, revelation comes also in community. Vision
Right.
comes in community. Like
Right.
Samuel, as a young boy, he said, "Oh, someone's calling my name." He went to Eli. It's Eli, right?
You're right. You're
So
right.
correctly. And Eli was able to help him, guide him to understand the voice he was hearing that was of God. So you need community to grow and to also help you discern truth.
And to also check you too. If you see me doing something wrong,
accountability.
you'd be like, yo, that's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that.
And we treat the word accountability as if it's the word judgment.
No.
And it's not the same thing because people don't want to be held accountable. They say, "Why are you judging me?"
Yeah. But ain't that something? Another one is Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. Two are better than one. Two, like me and you, are better than one. This is a math class.
Okay.
Let's break this down.
This is girl math.
Girl math is way different than this.
Yeah?
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is where to go. Let's stop playing. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them fall down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. So that too, the Bible says, if I'm falling and I by myself, I can be down there. Pity them, like you by yourself in isolation. And that's one of the things that I dealt with. When I go through things, I told our small group this. this was like one of the first times that I've ever, when I was going through stuff, I ever reach out to somebody and say, boy, this a little rough, this look a little weird for me. I ain't like how this going. And I think that was the quickest I ever got out of a tribulation, because I was able to say, hey, something's going wrong with me.
Yeah. And it gives people the opportunity to know how to pray for you too. You need them warriors.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you
Yeah.
know, sis, and you could feel that press. Like, okay,
Yeah.
someone prayed for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about that too, is like even in my own prayer life or walk with the Lord, when I'm praying, sometimes He will put someone on my mind, and in the middle of talking to Him, and you pray for that person. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
God wants me to cover them in prayer right now. So
Yeah.
but I wouldn't know that if that person wasn't in community. Like all of that is connected.
Exactly. And even if you don't feel like going, I say this all the time. I like church. I like church.
Yeah.
Like I like churches. Like I like I just like church. Like I like the whole service. I think that's something that I grew up doing, but I've never experienced community at church. Like I've never experienced, like I like going into service, you know, after church, dashing out. And I think one of the things PK asks us to do is to stay back. You know, all the time we don't do it, but we try to like at least greet each other and be like, you know, I saw you at church today.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all fall short.
I think the one time I actually stayed back, y'all clapped, and I thought that was. I was like,
Yeah, because you would
I'm
have
like,
a
really? Is
stay
it
back.
that bad?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it's
is.
that bad. Yeah,
Yes, it
I'll
is.
stay back.
You are that bad.
Granted, I've been to church since 8. So
Yeah, most times.
for
Same for me, but
Yeah.
I like conversating
You're
after
more
church.
social than you think you are.
No,
Or am I just getting to
social-
know to this new you?
I'm
No?
social in a weird way. Like it's like I'm a social being, but I'm closed off too. So I like to, you know, like when I see people, I'm like, hey, what's up? It's not in a fake way, but it's like I ain't sure because I'm that person. I protect myself from
Okay.
everybody. So we talked about just circling back to Acts 2:42. In which ways did your view change about the fellowship and community after we came back from that?
I wouldn't say it changed much because I
Okay.
left with it in mind. Like I understand the importance of it. It wasn't something that I
For me,
didn't feel any type of way.
yeah, for me, I didn't know it was that many of us young people, our color, in love with God. Like we all were on the same accord at some point. I'm like, I haven't seen this in so long. Like when you go to churches, you either see the very young or the very old, right? And our church is like we have all ages, which is unorthodox for churches, because at some churches you either have the very like youth groups and you have the very old. And so I'm like, to see 7,000 of us came together to do that was crazy to me. So that was the impact of the community, just to know that there's more of us out there, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I felt from that. How have you changed or grew spiritually since you came from the conference?
Just important spending time with God. Trying to be consistent with that and keeping, people say the main thing, but like I mentioned earlier, that reminder that we have a responsibility and we need to figure out what that looks like, how to serve God and His people and the world with this amazing truth that we have. So I feel more of the responsibility to do that, and also taking steps to be more proactive and being part of that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It really does. What would be your encouragement to others seeking community? What would you tell them? Like, you know, like just especially a Christian community. What would you tell them? Like, what are the first steps? If they're introverts if they're like people like me, like, social but don't like to, mesh, like what would you tell them? What would be your advice for them?
Introverts, you're just going to have to do it. There is no, I am also an introvert. You're going to have to make up your mind and just go. That's my advice for the first step. And I suggest you could come to our small group. We are quite welcoming.
We have plenty chairs now. We got a bigger room.
Plenty jokes, food,
Snackies.
will make you feel comfortable. That would be my suggestion. Like you just have to get out of yourself, get out of your comfort zone and just do it, because there's no introverts, we love to be by ourselves all the time, and you have to just make that commitment and be obedient.
Yeah, for me too, moving out the transition of like trusting people, like just letting myself know like you will get hurt. Like everybody ain't good. Everybody and people have purposes in your life to show you like, hey, people come in your life, something Jesus knew about Judas, like that type of way.
Yeah.
So I may have a Judas situation going on. I know that person could be the Judas. I pray not people ain't Judas, but you will have people like that sometimes. So you have to just protect your heart and ask God to heal you and move on. Because like now, I can move on more quickly when things like that happen. I think protecting yourself and is different from just disengaging at all. So you could, test the spirits. Like test the person and see if they are right. And then instead of like going ahead and, I know that sounds like, oh, you don't really trust people, but you still in a way have to protect yourself. So instead of being the guard is all the way up, you could probably, for me, I put my guard down like on levels. Like there's levels to this. But for you, I definitely jumped straight in. Like,
yeah, you did.
Yeah, I'm like...
I was like, I don't believe this girl is not sociable at all, or whatever she says, or doesn't talk.
But
you jump straight
if you knew me, you would know better.
Okay.
And even now, in some cases too, people just think that's because I just have a groovy personality. Yeah, so...
And too, like, come in a small group, you don't have to just come there and blurt all your life story.
Exactly.
You just sit
do
there
that.
and listen. We have some people who never speak. They don't ever open up their mouth.
And when they do speak, you be like,
Yeah.
You gotta listen, because there's some people who are always talking.
Just come and sit and chill until you feel comfortable. That's just a step of coming. No one asking you if you murdered someone. That's just a bit deep.
And if you did,
I will ask you where the body is.
You would? I'm trying to get into that. You would?
I like crime docs, so I have questions. Sorry, this took a dark turn. Going back.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's take it back.
Creeped out, Danielle.
But you did such a great job. You realized that we progressed through this so quickly, and we did such a great job. You did a really, really good job.
Are we done? Or are you wrapping up?
We're not done.
Oh, okay,
but
good.
we're almost there. As we wrap this up, let's talk about what we can do, or what we learned today, how we could put this into action. And like you said, going to small groups, just going out and getting it and doing it. Like that's what it is. That's the action there. Just get up and do it. If you don't know, you could call Freedom Bible Church. I know they'll be excited to hear from you. Just join us. Come down. You could, if you have a conversation, if you want community, you could send me a message. I'll get you to the right people. Even though I'm scared of everybody. I know anybody who watching this is safe. I hope. Right, Fallon? You smiling like, yeah,
I just had you do your thing.
Yeah, So some of the stuff, don't go through life alone. That's the first thing I want to talk about. Grow together, grow with people. Like you talk about, there are seasons. Just notice the seasons, what the seasons are for. Another one is join a small group, seek out mentors and accountability partners, and faith-based conferences and gatherings. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a good one. That same Acts 2:42, that definitely brought us together. I'm pretty sure that brought other people together.
Yeah, some people walked away with friendships as well. I saw the videos on Instagram where, because, when you leave a conference, you leave with a high. So
Right.
it's like, I still want that feeling that I had, even though it will leave you.
Yeah.
But I saw that some women were able to, and men, I don't know so much of the men, but some women were able to form friendships and kept in touch since Oxu4 too. Because it does get lonely out there sometimes, depending on where you live in your demographic, and especially if you're trying to grow, where you were is not going to work anymore, and you feel that need to stretch.
Yeah.
So yeah, community helps that. And you were like, oh, a breath of fresh air,
Yes.
like-minded people who
Yes.
want to grow and walk with the Lord and be faithful.
And be holy.
Yeah.
Because God is holy. Lastly, I just want to shout out the worship team was off the chains. But as soon as we went in the car, you start looking for those songs.
Yeah.
You did the playlist for me. I still rock out to that all the time.
Yeah.
I think I know all the songs by heart, the ad-libs, the everything.
Oh, not the ad-libs.
And how the drums beat. I mean, I know everything. Like,
That's joking.
I literally know everything. It was a great experience. I'll do it again 150 times.
Yeah.
I think we should make it annual if they go for it. We should just make that our thing. Like, I think that'd be cute.
And invite the other people, because they were
Definitely
really
this year.
They were jealous.
Yeah, we definitely
jealous.
inviting anybody who would come
Sorry,
with us.
Justin.
Sorry, Justin. That was Fallon's fault though, because she should have told me different. Like, she should.
I should have put my foot down.
Yeah, you really did. This time you don't have to. I want people to come.
Okay.
I'm better now, but really, I like to give people a
I'm
high
better now.
five
Oh,
at the
okay.
end.
Yay.
And we're at the end of it, and this is Just Call Me Danielle, the podcast with Fallon. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks. I give you. I like how you're doing it like you were
Is this really how we were
No. I just played. I just played.